Welcome to Organizing with Ease, where we simplify and organize our lives for the better. I'm Diana Moll, your host, here to guide you towards a more organized and enriching life. Together, let's explore practical strategies, inspiring stories, and expert advice to simplify every aspect of our lives. Are you ready to embark on this journey with ease? Let's start. Hello there, my friend. This month, we're focusing on stress-free organization. Doesn't that sound good? We're going to be tackling some of the most common challenges. We're going to provide easy steps and make the process fun and realistic. If this is your first time tuning in, it's a special welcome to you. Whether you're a busy parent, a professional, or just someone looking to bring more order into your life, this episode is for you. Today, I'm also really excited to introduce my Fresh Start method, a simple yet powerful approach I've created and trademarked to help you get organized without the stress. So let's get started by understanding the stressors that come with disorganization. Disorganization can lead to a range of stressors in our daily lives. One major stressor is the constant feeling of chaos. Can you agree? Are you shaking your head saying, yes, you're absolutely correct? When we're surrounded by clutter, it's really hard to focus, and you actually may feel really overwhelmed. This can affect our mental well-being and makes us feel even more anxious and stress. Another stressor is time management. So here I have a question for you, and I'm pretty sure you've asked yourself this a lot. How often have you been late because you couldn't find your keys? Or maybe those important papers you had to have somewhere, even if it was on your laptop and you couldn't find it? Disorganization really eats into our precious time. It leads to frustration and stress. We've all been there. I could tell you I am included in that. When everything has a designated place, you save time and reduce that frantic search. Another stress is financial stress. It's another big one. When we can't keep track of our bills or receipts, we may miss payments or actually lose out on returns. Because remember, all those returns sometimes actually have those deadlines closer than we think, which can cost us money. Keeping financial documents organized helps in budgeting and avoiding unnecessary expenses. Remember a time when my kitchen was so cluttered that it took me forever to prepare meals? I spend more time looking for those utensils and ingredients than actually cooking. And it was just one of those dreadful times where I had to think about mealtime, which should really actually be part of a joyous day, part of my day, right? To look forward to cooking. But once I took the time to declutter and organize, really back to that mealtime, cooking became a relaxing and such an enjoyable experience for me. One of my clients actually shared a story with me. Her story is about disorganization that was affecting her work life. She actually often, and this is true, she often, more than she likes to admit, misplaced important files, which led to missed deadlines and added stress. But after implementing some organizing strategies, she literally found out that her productivity increased and, get this one, her stress level decreased significantly. Another client of mine struggled with keeping his garage, which I've mentioned before, but here's another client in the same thought process here in regards to keeping that organized garage, leading to multiple trips to the store to buy tools because he already had them, but guess what? He just couldn't find them. But at the end of the day, after organizing his space, he not only saved the time by going back to the store, but saved time by not going to the store, and also he saved time and money. The concept is small and manageable steps. When it comes to organizing, it really is really important to start small. Remember, little by little, step by step. Tackling an entire house or even a whole room all at once can be so overwhelming. Instead, focus on small, manageable steps. This approach makes the process less daunting and much more achievable. Think of it as a series of small victories that build up to a significant change, the change that you are looking for, that goal that you would like to achieve, right? So begin with the areas that you have that it has the most impact on your daily life. This could actually be like you're probably saying, well, give me some ideas, identify some of these key areas. Okay, you ready? One, an entryway, kitchen counter, workspace. These are all places you interact with frequently, and organizing them can provide immediate benefits. For example, if your entryway is cluttered, it can make coming in and going very stressful. Start by clearing out all that old mail, because a lot of times the mail just seems to be there, doesn't move. Remember, the paper doesn't move unless it's been picked up and placed somewhere. Setting up a designated spot for your keys and creating a system for those shoes and bags. For instance, if you often lose your keys, start by creating a designated spot for them. I always like to recommend maybe a small tray or even like a hook by the door, which can save time and reduce stress each morning. In your kitchen, clear off the counter and only keep items that you use daily. Finding homes for everything else, such as cabinets and or pantry shelves, right? So if there are other items like larger appliances that you don't use as often, then try to find homes for everything else, such as your cabinets or your pantry shelves. So let's just take an example. Let's take the kitchen counter, okay? Start off by clearing everything off the counter. Sort items into categories. And these are all things that we've all heard about, but let's just try to just refresh our memory here. Things to keep, things to relocate, things to discard. Once the counter is clear, only put back the items that you use daily. Find homes for everything else. This not only clears up space, but it also makes the area easier to clean and maintain. All right, so you ready? I'm going to come up with some weekly mini challenges. And here is going to be the first one. You ready? Because I'm going to try to keep things interesting and motivational for you all. And I thought these mini challenges would be really good for you. Now, these are going to be small tasks designed to help you make progress without feeling overwhelmed. For example, this week's challenge is to declutter your bathroom counter. And that's it, just your bathroom counter. Set a timer for 15 minutes and see how much you can accomplish. You'll be surprised at the difference a small amount of time can make. These challenges are designed to be quick wins that provide immediate satisfaction and motivation to keep us all going. I will actually take on the challenge along with you. Next week, we might tackle the junk drawer, and the week after, maybe the medicine cabinet. So let me share a success story of one of my clients. He took on one of my mini challenges that I personally gave to him, which was to declutter his entryway. He actually spent 20 minutes instead of the 15 sorting through the shoes, the jackets, and the mail. Not only did he create a more welcoming space, he also found, you ready, one of these long lost and forgotten gift cards that he was so excited to start using. So I'm just sharing with you, you'd be very surprised at the things that you might find. Another client of mine actually took on one of her homework assignments and turned it into a game with her kids. And now her kids are actually more mindful about keeping their toys and their books in order. These are stories to show you that organizing doesn't really have to be a solitary task. Involve your family, make it fun, and celebrate your achievements together. It's all about creating habits that last. Now, I have actually, this is really, really exciting news for me because of the fact I've been working really hard behind the scenes to offer you something that I think will make a huge difference. I actually would like to start and introduce this method that I actually have created, and actually it's now been it's been trademarked. It's called the Fresh Start Method. It's a simple yet powerful approach I've created to get you organized without the stress. This method is designed to break down the organizing process into manageable steps, making it easier and more enjoyable. So you ready to start? All right, there's 4 steps. Well, number 1, we're going to find and we're going to sort. That's where it all begins. We're going to identify and gather all related items in one place. This helps you see the full extent of what you have. For example, if you're tackling your closet, take everything out and lay it all out on your bed. Sort items into categories like your clothes, your shoes, your accessories. Sorting allows you to see duplicates and items you may not need. This makes the next step much easier. Step number 2. You ready? We're going to reduce and evaluate. Eliminate unnecessary items by assessing their value and condition. Ask yourself, do I use this regularly? Does it bring me joy, which we hear about a lot, right? Is it in good condition? But you need to honestly be honest with yourself. If an item is no longer and it really does not serve a purpose, or it really doesn't make you happy, as you hear from the Marie Kondo effect, then it's really time to let it go. For instance, when sorting through clothes, donate or sell items that no longer fit or that you actually haven't worn in over a year. Think about it a little bit, okay? Step number 3, we're going to systemize and harmonize. Doesn't that sound good? Okay, what does that all mean? Okay, so once you've reduced your items, it's now time to create an organized system for your storage. So we're going to systemize. Again, here is something, this is what we all look forward to at the end of the day when we start a project of organizing. This is where we start using our bins, our labels, and organizers to keep everything in its place. Harmonizing or harmonize your space by arranging items in a way that is both functional and visually pleasing. This could mean, ready, color coding your books or using matching storage bins. For example, in your kitchen, use clear bins to store snacks and label each bin. This not only looks neat, but it also makes it easy for everyone in your family to find what they need when it's snack time. Step number 4, we're going to sustain and we're going to keep it tidy. This is where we develop habits to maintain the organization you just achieved. Regularly clean and organize to keep your space in order. Incorporate small tasks into your daily routine, like spending 10 minutes each evening putting away items that are out of place. Weekly, do a more thorough clean and check for items that need to be put away or decluttered. I will put in my show notes at the end for this episode my daily, weekly, and monthly reset checklist just so that you have it and you can see what I mean about doing actually a morning routine and a night routine, how it really makes a big difference. And if you've all known me by now, you know I definitely don't like to keep dirty dishes left overnight in the sink. So I'm going to give you a practical example, and I thought of something that we all dread the most, and that is actually sorting through our photos. So I'm going to go over on how you can use the Fresh Start method on one of these dreaded projects. So here we go. We're going to start by gathering all your printed photos in one place. This could be albums, loose photos, or boxes of pictures. Sorting through photos can be a nostalgic experience, a very emotional one, right? You're going to need time for this. But it's essential to keep it manageable. You're going to sort it into categories. Sort the photos into categories by keeping the keep, the not sure, and the discard. For the keep category, of course, you want to choose the photos that truly, bring you joy and or hold a significant memory. The not sure category can be revisited at a later time, and or what I also call not sure, the maybe. And then, of course, the discard. These could be that are included are, of course, the blurry photos, the ones that have actually no significance whatsoever, and also all of those duplicates. You're going to evaluate and reduce by each going through evaluating each of the photos based on its conditions and the memory that it holds. Reducing the duplicates and blurry ones of or poor quality photos, that already actually should make you feel really good, and there's no thought process on this. Again, be mindful of keeping only those that truly matter to you and to your family. Systemize and harmonize, storing the keep photos in an acid-free albums or clear plastic bins. You want to label each of them, the albums if you've decided to use them, and or the bins, with the dates and the events. Display a few of your favorite photos in frames if you wish around your home to enjoy the memories. Consider creating a digital backup for all of your favorite photos to preserve them for longer term and that your family can enjoy them as well. So if they don't live local, it's great to have them digital, and then you can share and send it off to them via email. Sustain and tidy. Make it a habit to print only your favorite digital photos going forward, and regularly review and organize the new additions. This way you prevent photo clutter from building up again too much. And also what I do is when I take photos on my iPhone, I immediately create an album so that I can just dump all my photos in the album depending on what project and or family trip that we've taken. And I have it there, and then it's easier for me to just either upload and create an album, like an actual printed album from my digital. So today we discussed how we recognize the stressors of disorganization, and I provided some simple steps to start organizing. Also introduced a very fun, and it's going to be really fun because I'm going to do it along with you, weekly challenges to keep you motivated, and I began integrating the Fresh Start method. Remember, organizing doesn't have to be so overwhelming. By taking small, manageable steps and making it fun, you will see results. Little by little, step by step. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to Organizing with Ease podcast on your favorite podcast platform and leave us a review. Your feedback helps us grow and reach more listeners like you who are passionate about living their best lives. And remember, a new episode comes out every Thursday at 8 a.m. So mark your calendar and join us. Until next week, take care and keep shining bright.